First of all, don't ever drink and drive. It's just not worth it. You can get in so much trouble. You could cause an accident. It's just not worth drinking and driving. Hi, my name is Darren Woodfork. I'm an attorney here in Scottsdale, Arizona. And these days, my firm specializes in car accident cases, and I seal old criminal cases. And I also restore people's gun rights here at my firm. But in the past, I did a lot of DUI cases, and I did a lot of DUI trials. And today I want to talk about how you can beat, or how you can quote unquote win a DUI trial, and also what kind of stops you from completely winning a DUI trial if you're ever charged with a DUI here in Arizona. Firstly, the cases that I won when I was trying DUI cases, way back when, I started off as a public defender back 25 years ago, and so I had a lot of trials on DUI cases. Then when I went on my own, most of the cases that I took when I had my own private practice was DUI cases back then too. But the cases we won were the cases where people were just above the legal limit. And so basically, if somebody the legal limit is .08 here in Arizona, if somebody's at a .095 or .10, and we went to trial, a lot of times we would win that DUI case. The jury would find them not guilty of being over .08 just because it was so close. And then also, if there's an extreme, if it was like a .15 blood alcohol level, .15 blood alcohol level, and the person was at like a .17, a lot of times you would beat that .17. You'd beat the extreme count, but they would find you guilty of the lesser of the .08, basically. But again, that's kind of a win in a DUI trial because you're looking at 30 days or 45 days in jail, or you're looking at 1 day in jail. And so that's kind of how we would kind of call those wins in the jury when we're doing DUI trials. The second point is I would always tell all my clients before we went to trial, it's very unlikely that you're going to win a complete acquittal on the case because, like I said, you're always kind of looking to beat that top charge, but then the jury will come back and maybe find you guilty of the lower charge. And when I say the lower charge, it's important to understand that in Arizona, there's a statute called impaired to the slightest degree. And that basically means that for any drop of alcohol in your body, they could find you guilty of DUI. Now, the reality is they never charge that charge by itself, but they always charge it as included in a regular DUI ticket. So if somebody's at a .16 extreme DUI, they charge the 1.6 extreme, they charge the 0.8, and then they charge the slightest degree. So you can see how even if you beat the extreme case, you could still get convicted of those lesser ones because a lot of times the jury basically says, well, yeah, we know he was under the influence, we're just not sure that the testing was right and the real number was as high as it was, and then they'll kind of like throw up their hands and say, well, we'll acquit him on the top one but convict him on the bottom one. But again, from the defense point of view, that was kind of a win when it was all said and done. So anyways, those are two interesting points, or kind of how we used to win DUI cases. Again, don't drink and drive. It's just not worth it. But if you are charged with a crime, there are cases that you can fight and there are cases that you can win, but just with those caveats in place that I've already said. If you have any questions, again, I don't do a lot of DUI cases anymore, but if you do have any questions, I can definitely kind of point you in the right direction. Please feel free to shoot me an email at Darren W. That's DERRONW at MSN.com, or give me a call at 602-284-3035, and I'd be more than happy to help you out. Once again, Darren Woodfork, thanks for watching the video, and please like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.